I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Mostly spotty thunderstorms remain possible through this evening as a disturbance slides to the south. Rain amounts expected to be generally light, but there could be some localized heavy amounts. A few spotty thunderstorms may also occur tomorrow during the peak heating of the afternoon. Otherwise, hazy sunshine continues this week from the smoke of Canadian wildfires, leading to colorful sunsets, sunrises, and full moons. During the mid to late week, a ridge of high pressure builds eastward onto the plains. After highs today in the low to mid 80s, highs tomorrow are back to more seasonal levels in the mid 80s to around 90. That warming trend continuing, and highs peak out in the 90s over the weekend. That ridge of high pressure starting to flatten by Saturday night through Sunday, allowing for a few thunderstorms to develop with some passing disturbances. The summer warmth continues in our long-term forecast. Warmer than normal temperatures are likely this weekend through the first 4 days of August in Nebraska and Kansas. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall starts out at near normal levels this weekend through early next week before starting to trend slightly drier than normal the middle of next week through August 4th. Key weather factors impacting the markets include mild temperatures and occasional rain for the Corn Belt, just ahead of a hotter forecast, and hotter and drier weather for the Northern Plains, Canadian Prairies, and the Black Sea region. Occasional rain continues the next several days in the southern and eastern U.S., leading to 5-day rainfall that could reach 2 to 6 inches or more from the western Gulf Coast to the mid-Atlantic coast. Cooler than normal temperatures cover much of the eastern half of the U.S., including the Midwest. Heat slowly builds eastward across the nation's midsection, with midweek temperatures topping 105 as far north as eastern Montana. Mid to late week temperatures rebound to 90 or higher throughout the plains. Hot weather also prevails in much of the western U.S., although cooler air overspreads the northwest the second half of the week. For much of the U.S., rainfall the rest of the week is light. Most of the Midwest and plains currently in good shape, but there are some locations that will be missed by the incoming rain that could lead to dryness concerns. In the northern plains, heat this week is somewhat needed for corn and soybeans that had a cool and late start to planting and early development, but some rain is also needed. Farther north in the Canadian Prairies, dryness becoming more of a concern with the continued heat and lack of consistent rainfall. The Black Sea region was mostly dry and hot over the weekend as stressful conditions continue. Rainfall this upcoming weekend may catch western and southern areas of the Black Sea region, but the widespread moderate to heavy rain that is needed is not likely. With a check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.